Chris Eubank Jr. produces an absolute shocker in losing to George Groves by unanimous decision over 12 rounds. He looked terrible. He had no idea how to tackle or engage the boxer, the naturally superior technician. He had said in his loss to Billy Joe Saunders that he had learned from that he knew to start earlier this time, but as I suspected, it wasn't a case to do with starting earlier. It was more to do with styles and his technical inability to close down and engage somebody who knows how to control distance. That's what I saw with Billy Joe Saunders. That was the time to try and rectify it with your first loss and stop listening to people around you and pretending you can manage yourself. But he completely ignored all of that. He went into this fight with a completely overinflated ego, one of the worst I've seen. I suspected as the fight got closer that people were starting to underestimate George Groves, overestimate Eubank with his snazzy little quick uppercut punching videos, and it played out exactly like that. For Groves, I think he has probably lost a little bit of that spite and speed he had in his earlier career. He doesn't look to be as hazardous as he used to be. He's not quite the assassin he was. But what he's lost in some of that zip and power, certainly with Shane, he seems to have gained some other layers to his repertoire. He locked down Eubank when he got close and shut him down, which was exactly what he needed to do. That further frustrated the naturally smaller man, who I saw one YouTube comment said he was throwing his arms like they were made of spaghetti, and it was true. It was woefully bad from Eubank, who didn't fancy just diving in too much as well, because you saw he felt the power. He did actually touch down at one point, which wasn't counted from a jab, and was up quickly. Very well done from George Groves, who too many people have doubted. Suffered an injury with his shoulder there at the end, possible dislocation, so will he be able to make June the 2nd? Will the boxing series make an allowance for him to be able to wait a little bit to fight either Bramer or Callum Smith? The winner of that one, we don't know. But certainly for Groves, you have to give him a big thumbs up. He's adding to that legacy. He's showing, as I say, that if he's possibly not quite as good as he used to be, there's still a lot to him, and his career goes on, and he's never in a bad fight. Eubank, though, he's 28. He can come back from this, but he's got to learn to listen to the people around him. He's got to be... it's a very hard time to try and have boxing fundamentals drilled into you at this age now. You know, as I say, the time to do that was for the Saunders fight, and he hasn't done that. He's gone ahead and he's walked into a brick wall here. The next-gen clothing line, that was really the kiss of death now. I don't think many people are going to be wanting to buy the clothes of a loser, to put it bluntly. But certainly he showed he's got heart. He showed those things we knew he had, but really probably go back down to middleweight. Time for a serious rethink. And as amusing as he is, I think it's time to kick Daddy out of the corner.